My name is Jimmy.
What is up, my fellow Wancers? Jimmy here, and here is my review on the Season 4 premiere of Once Upon a Time. Which I have to say, this premiere, freaking awesome as hell. I mean, first off, I gotta say, this season has been the most anticipated season yet, with the fact that it introduces to all the Frozen characters. With the popularity of that movie, gosh, yeah, even for me, I have to say I was super excited for this season. And, this premiere, good premiere, just as always. I mean, to me, premieres, especially for Once Upon a Time, are never bad. They never have. But in this episode, it takes place immediately after the Season 3 finale. And, Regina, she's all mad because her happy ending was pretty much taken away thanks to Emma bringing Marion back to Storybrooke. So she eventually goes to Sydney Glass, who she had locked up for a while, to have him help her to be able to go back in time so she can kill Marion before Emma finds her. Yeah. But, eventually, after some conflict with a snow monster, I want to call it a snow golem, because that's what I think of. Because in the beginning of the episode, we see Elsa. She's walking around, coming into Storybrooke. She ends up freezing Sleepy and Grumpy's SUV, or not SUV, but RV type of thing. Makes them sort of crash. And while Emma and Hook go after her when they're tracking her down, because she leaves an icy path wherever she goes, that's where she created the golem. And that snow golem went into the forest. And at one point, that golem was about to smash Marion into a pancake. Or shall I say a frozen pancake. But surprisingly, Regina saved her. And she comes to the resolution that it's not Marion's fault. It's the book. Because the book of all the fairy tales was created by the curse. So it's that book's fault. That's what she thinks. So she decides to have Sydney try to find out who is the creator, the original creator of the curse. Which that would kind of be, I think that would be Rumple, because he created the curse, but he had so much planning into it, because he couldn't set the curse because of the fact that he's lost everything he loves most in the world. But in the flashbacks for the episode, of course, we see ones of Elsa and Anna and their parents. At first, it shows their parents right before they die, kind of sending out a letter, last-minute letter, in a bottle, I guess to tell them the truth. I'm guessing the truth about where they're going. Because we later find out that they were actually not going for some diplomatic thing. It was to go to the Enchanted Forest to kind of help Elsa, because that's where they were going. And what they were previously told about Elsa. Yeah. But, also, and then eventually Anna, she goes after him. So, kind of like this flashback, it's more like a sort of sequel to Frozen because parents have already died. Um, Anna is actually marrying Kristoff, and they do reference douchebag's name and his brothers. I don't know why his brothers would have anything, but yeah, that was pretty much it on the flashbacks. But yeah, and I would have to say this episode was a really great episode. I have to say, I mean, there is never a weak season premiere when it comes to Once Upon a Time. But oh, there were Easter eggs in this episode. There was a couple for Beauty and the Beast because when Belle and Rumple they go into their, I guess, their new house, or at least their honeymoon house, uh, they go into this place that's kind of like a ballroom, and he uses his magic to make them dress the same outfits that Belle and the prince wore in Beauty and the Beast, which I thought that was awesome because Beauty and the Beast, one of my favorite Disney films from my childhood. And, even while they were dancing, it was the same song, which I think is called Tale as Old as Time. So I thought, I just kind of nerded out on that. But there were some other Disney references. Um, at one point, they find this, I don't know, this item. It looks like a wooden bucket with water in it, but it's not it's not like that literally. And Rumple, I don't know, uses the dagger and his magic to change it into a wizard's hat that is blue, and in there you kind of see stars. References to the Sorcerer's Apprentice, not the 2010 movie, Sorcerer's Apprentice from the Disney film Fantasia. Now, I think that is really cool to bring in some Easter eggs in this premiere. But, I mean, those were the only Easter eggs that I super noticed and I got excited for. And I think it was cool seeing all these seeing these CG characters just in the premiere. You see those little rock trolls, and you see the Snorkel. I thought that was really cool just to see. Hey, maybe we'll see Olaf eventually. I mean, come on, it's sort of seems like a sequel to Frozen. And towards the end of the episode, you kind of see Elsa. She's in Gold's shop. I guess Gold has something to do with Anna's disappearance. And probably because of Elsa trying to find her, that's why she was trapped inside of that vase. That's most likely it. But, I have to say, I'm excited to see what happens for the rest of this season, because this is one of my top shows. I mean, I've loved this show, and I've watched this show ever since the beginning. It just gets me that much. I think it's because of the fact, growing up knowing these fairy tales, watching these Disney films as a little kid, I think that's what really gets to me. It's kind of like reliving my childhood in some way. Because, I mean, I don't think there is an age limit to this show. I mean, there are people of all ages. There could be kids, teenagers, people my age. Heck, there'd probably be people a little older than me, and I'm like 23 right now. But that's it on my review. Let me know down in the comments below what your thoughts on the premiere was, and just want to ask you, what was your favorite thing from the premiere? For me, I would have to say the Easter eggs in this episode. That would probably be my favorite thing from this premiere. And also check out my review for the Family Guy Simpsons crossover episode, which I'll actually be doing tomorrow, right after I get off of work. Because, I mean, you know, it's already late right now. You know, and I want to do it when I have plenty of time. But, my name's Jimmy, and until next time, bye.